Hi everyone, I'm Helen and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about when do you know it's time to just start wearing fake hair, give up on all of the sort of products that you might be trying to grow your hair back. When do you just say, forget this, I'm going to wear fake hair, I'm going to wear a hair topper, a wig, extensions, whatever the case may be, and get on with my life. Okay, we will talk about that. I'm just going to put the timestamp down here below. Jump on ahead if you want to see that. I thought I would take us on a little bit of a detour though, because you guys have said you've been enjoying these little detours. So we're just going to talk about some other stuff, and then I promise we'll get right into this. Just some stuff that I wanted to share that's going on in my own life with you guys that has been working well for me is this product that Bao Laboratory has very kindly sent to me. This is 100% not sponsored, not an ad. They didn't even ask me to make a favorable review. They just said to have this product, let people know what I thought about it. So this is a Canadian brand. Everything in it is made in Canada, which is a Canadian lady I absolutely love. They were so kind to send me this toning serum, which has got galactomyces and saccharomyces in it. I'll put a link down below in the description box too if you're interested in these products. I'm pretty sure that they ship to the US as well. So I'll leave info about it below. They sent me this healing facial oil, which I was in desperate need of, and I kind of didn't even know it. They sent it to me right at the perfect time. We were coming at the end of winter. My skin was, my skin had the winter blahs. This really helped to perk things up, and it's not too greasy. Actually, it's a really nice texture on. I actually put it on underneath my makeup, which some people can't do. And I have tried other facial oils and you can't, they're too oily. This one though just sunk in really nicely, and if I use a sort of almost more mattifying foundation, it's just like the perfect blend. Tiny bit of glow comes through. I'm actually using it right now, really nice. But for me, the star product of the ones that they sent me is their vitamin C. It is called Endymion's Luminous C, and it is 15%. And those of you who know vitamin C know that a lot of times they don't tell you how much is on there, which I feel is a bit shady. Sometimes they don't tell you what exactly the percentage is. This is 15%. So it's got 11 types of vitamin C inside of it. And it's so smart. I will kind of try and keep this brief, but it works really, really well. It is costly. I think though, when you start to figure out how much it costs actually per month, because this is going to last you more than a month. I think this is maybe I believe a 3-month supply. It's actually been lasting me a little bit longer. It's going to last me a bit longer than that. So I think it's like 3-month supply if you use it more generously. You refrigerate these. It's so smart. Let me show you. So it comes in this box, because keeping vitamin C stable is always the big issue, right? The product that tends to oxidize, which means it turns color, and some places will say it's still effective when it turns color, and other people say you shouldn't be using oxidized vitamin C. I don't pretend to be a chemist, a cosmetic chemist or anything like that, but I know that in general, people say keep it in the fridge, cover it up. There's like all these tricks you can use to stop it from oxidizing, or you can just be a little bit smarter about how you package it, which is what they've done here at Bao Laboratories. So this is one of them. It's like a dropper. It's like a very light liquid. It's exactly what you would expect from a vitamin C, but look how smart this is. So it comes in this really lovely box, right? And you store these in the fridge when you're not using them. So you just pop them in the fridge and you just use them as you need them, which will keep them obviously nice and dark, which is imperative, keeping them at a stable temperature in the fridge. And there's plenty in there. This has got vitamin C, vitamin E, provitamin B5, ceramide, natogum, sodium PCA, squalane, which is, I think, a naturally occurring substance. I believe the squalane in this is vegetable derived or plant-based. And bisabolol, which is a potent antioxidant. Okay, so I don't even know some of these ingredients, but I've really been enjoying this. Again, I've got no stake in this. I just wanted to share because I do actually test out some vitamin C. You can see some other sort of drugstore vitamin C products. Some of those reviews I have made in the past where I kind of test them over a month. I've been testing this for a month and I've really been liking the vitamin C, so I can vouch for it. I haven't done a complete before and after though. I may do a before and after. You may not know this about me, but I'm actually quite an avid reader, and one thing that I've been enjoying that I wanted to share with you is this amazing book by Justine Picardie called Miss Dior, which is a new book about the sister of Christian Dior. So we all know Dior, right? Beautiful French luxury brand, really sort of had a huge heyday in the post-World War II period with the new look. And I'm a kind of a fashion history nerd, so I won't go into like an extreme level of granular detail for you, but the new look was that sort of bigger silhouette, because before this silhouette, the sort of Coco Chanel era was sort of reigning supreme, which was a much slimmer silhouette, much more boyish. Yeah, I'd say boyish. I'd say it was kind of a boyish silhouette, and then it kind of went to this ultra feminine, very girly, very floral kind of look. Christian Dior helmed that. His sister, though, was in the French Resistance, and she actually was sent to a prison camp by the Nazis. And this is not a very well-known story about her, but that's what this book is all about, and it's super interesting. Like, she is actually really a hero, like really kind of an unsung hero. Not that much is known about her. The Miss Dior fragrance, for those of you who may know this fragrance, is actually named after her. So, and she was very, very into flowers her entire life, and so that's sort of where the connection is. After she came back from being in a German prisoner camp, she went into basically the flower business, and she and her brother lived together for a long time, worked very closely. She looked after him. He died quite youngish of a heart attack, and she sort of helped to carry on his legacy in terms of like anything that needed to be done sort of that would reflect the glory of his name. So she's a super important person. And the same writer, Justine Picardie, if you're interested in fashion history or even just like biography type stuff, did a book also on Coco Chanel, who is kind of a problematic character. I don't know if you guys know that about her. You can go ahead and read her book on that if you want to know more about her life. So she wrote a really good book about that preceded this one. So you've got the Dior, the Chanel of it all. I've been just so enjoying immersing myself in these books. Thank you for indulging me in that very long tangent. And if you didn't, that's totally okay too. I totally get it. Sometimes you just want to cut to the chase. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Have you noticed anything different about my appearance? Come a little closer. Hopefully there are no white specks on my black jacket. I hate it when someone's wearing black on YouTube, especially if it's like, you sort of put it on your TV screen and they've got like a piece of white fluff on them and you just kind of stare at it like, is it just me that does that? I don't know. I guess this is why I don't wear black too often. If you've noticed, I don't know if you have or not, I'm actually wearing a hair topper, which I don't often do. So anytime that you see me on this channel, I usually don't wear them sneakily and just pretend like I don't have any hair loss issues. I will tell you typically if I'm wearing one, and I am wearing one today. This is my Lilyhair topper that I've had for a long time. They sent me this unit. This is, again, not sponsored or anything like that. This is just something that I have and I don't use very much, but I should. It looks nice. There's way more volume than in my own hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off so you can see what I look like without it. But I wanted to talk about when to know whether you should sort of delve into the fake hair world. And not to get sort of very philosophical here for a minute, but I think I would be remiss to do what I do and not talk about the fact that some women are just not going to, and men obviously, are just not going to recover from hair loss. You know, I am myself sort of a little bit in this camp. My hair just never grew back to be exactly how it was. I'm fine with that. And some people have all kinds of varying different degrees of hair loss, or it's just a continuing thing where they just continue to lose hair. And I know that might be devastating to hear if nobody's sort of just come out and said that to you before, but not everybody recovers. And some people do start wearing false hair. And I just want to give and share some of my thoughts about this because I really want to normalize using it. I really don't want you to feel like it's this huge step that means you've given up or anything like that. It doesn't have to be any of those things. In my experience with friendships with so many different women out there who have opted for the fake hair, alternative hair route, I have noticed that there usually tends to be a bit of a progression on how you start to wear it, which is often that you may try Rogaine or other kind of medications, or you may not, but you're definitely experiencing hair loss is usually what happens. And then you might go on to trying something like hair fibers, which is like the topics of the world, which can cover up some of the hair loss. Sometimes some women change their hairstyle, so they might go to a shorter hairstyle and sort of add more volume, you know, have a very dramatic part, and that sometimes can cover up some of the hair loss that they're experiencing. Some women change hair colors, and then very often they decide that they're not going to do that anymore. They're just going to progress to wearing fake hair. I just want to say, it doesn't mean like you have to give up, like, oh, Rogaine's not working, or oh, I don't want to even be bothered. I mean, any kind of situation, you can kind of mix and match them. It doesn't necessarily mean you've given up. Maybe you have an occasion, you want to look really good, and you want to start wearing toppers. That's fine too. So what I mean to say is I think maybe in general people wait too long. They're kind of nervous to try them. They don't know what people will think. They're afraid of being judged. They're afraid of their coworkers looking at them. They're afraid of people talking behind their back. And I just want to encourage you, if you're on the sort of fence about it, maybe to give it a try. Maybe just wade into the water a little bit. And maybe I'm kind of a hypocrite because I don't wear one of these regularly, and I've And when I did, I was not working in an office environment where people maybe were judging me, or a workplace where people could really see my hairline super well. The times I was wearing it was just sort of to be out and about and then back again, except for a very long period of time where I did wear a wig post-chemotherapy because I had no hair to speak of, and or very short or patchy hair kind of growing in. I did wear a wig for the longest time then. There's really nothing to be embarrassed about, and I really just want us to sort of stop feeling that it's stigmatizing. It's not. It's these really they really enhance. People wear fake eyelashes. People have like lip injections, fake nails. A lot of women have been wearing fake hair, weaves, you name it, for the longest time. I feel like in certain communities, wearing fake hair is much more normalized. So I think that we kind of need to get over ourselves. I know that that's maybe some harsh news, but I think that if you're sort of on the fence, just try one. And I don't necessarily think you have to buy them new. I don't know if you know this as well, so this is another piece of information I want to disseminate to you, which is that there's a very robust used hair market. Maybe that's not the route you necessarily want to go the very first time you're buying, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, you don't have to feel like it's a big multi-$100 investment every single time, because these prices, this is real hair, and so this is a pricey piece, right? To buy one, I'm not gonna say, it's not like under $100, right? These are a few $100s when you purchase them. They're not cheap, but you can definitely get them for less. If you have people that you like on Instagram that wear fake hair, sometimes they destash and they sell their units, and if you just keep a keen eye, a lot of them are super like welcoming and open to, like, if you want to DM them and ask them questions about like maybe where they've ever got it for less or anything like that, or what they use, like what maybe they use like Facebook Marketplace, and I have no idea what exactly and where all the different places you could buy and swap these from, but they definitely exist. There's a robust secondhand market, which you might feel icky about, but like, it's fine. You just have to wash them when you get them, because I really don't want to encourage people to just like buy all kinds of new stuff just willy-nilly. Of course, the other thing that people say is that sometimes, you know, in your town or city, there may be a place that sells alternative hair, and for toppers, for a real hair topper, a lot of times the topper itself and a cut and consultation means that the unit's over $1,000. I can't speak to that price. I will just say that you maybe don't need to spend that. Maybe you do if your hair is a really particular shade that's gonna be hard to match purchasing it online. Luckily, my hair is very, very dark. It is like the deepest brown, almost black. And so purchasing and getting matches in terms of hair colors is quite easy for me. And sometimes even less expensive, because this was probably the original hair color of whoever's hair this actually was. How to wear them out and about when you're nervous about people seeing them in the workforce. And I don't have a really easy answer for this. Likewise, I don't have a really easy answer about when you should start wearing it. The journey is different. The comfort level is different for absolutely everybody. When it comes to the work environment, I would say maybe you don't jump right into the full topper. Maybe you jump into like a hat with like hair, like a toque kind of situation, or there's even like straw summer hats with like hair that comes out of the bottom. And it sounds kind of crazy the way I'm describing it, but these look really, really chic. When you see people wearing them, you really don't know that it's not their hair. So maybe you start with something like that, and that would probably be a more affordable option as well. Maybe just little by little get your feet wet. Maybe it's like you wear a unit and you just like go to church, and that's like you just get your feet wet a little bit until you kind of build up the confidence really to wear it anywhere you want. Another way you can go is just like start wearing wigs. You don't have to start with a topper. You don't have to make it look realistic. You can just buy a sort of really cute fashion wig. I have a really cute blonde one, and this wig is so much fun. I would not hesitate to wear this because it's so cute. It's such a look. So when you wear this, everyone's like, oh my God, people are gonna be like, oh my God, your hair's so cute. I love it. And you'd be like, yeah, it's just like, I'm just having fun with this for the day, kind of thing. And maybe that's how you start wearing alternative hair and you just never turn back. I just think that there's a lot of different ways you could jump in. And maybe it's like if you're afraid that you're like trying to hide it, maybe that's where your fear is coming from. Maybe you don't hide it. Maybe just go the really bold route. And then when you're tired of that wig, you could sell it on to somebody else. Or again, just buy it inexpensively secondhand. I don't know. There's a lot of different options there. There's not just one way to do this. If you have a really good tip about wearing helper hair, as it's also called, alternative hair is another word for it. I don't have any problem saying fake hair personally, but if you have a great tip, please do share it down below in the comments. I know that it will help so many other women who are maybe on the fence about this or just maybe not too sure. I know a lot of people are kind of stealthily stalking different units before they actually buy, and that was definitely me for the longest time. I was like, do I need one? What should I get? Had all these ideas of what I would want, what I wanted, and then kind of luckily, Lilyhair reached out to me and asked if I wanted to try this one, which I did. So I really love this one. I have some videos about this I will link them up, or you can sort of do a little bit of navigating around to find those older videos on my channel where I sort of talk through the whole thing and show the insides and da-da-da. And I talk about wigs as well here. So I've got a little bit of that kind of content too for those of you who are sort of entering the wig world. But I just want to say, please don't like feel ashamed of it or anything like that. You're not any less of a woman. It doesn't mean you've given up. It doesn't mean your hair is never going to grow back. And you know, if you are having issues and it's not growing back, that's okay too. We're just so lucky to live in a world where we can purchase these. It's such a great invention that is at our disposal. If you wear fake lashes or fake nails, or even if you don't, like, there's just no shame in the game. I guess that's all I'm trying to say. So please, 80% of the celebrities you see out there are bulking up their hair in some way or another because a lot of them don't have that much hair and they want us to look good for camera, and they're almost all wearing fake hair. I don't know if you know that, but now that you do, maybe you won't be able to unsee it now that I've mentioned it. All right, I'm gonna end it off there. I hope that this was helpful, and thanks so much for watching this with me. We'll see you on the next video.